Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having an exceptional morning or evening. I don't know where you are in the world, or afternoon. A lot of people listen to my show from all over the world, and thank you. I am so grateful for that. So I'm wearing a shirt that a friend of mine gave me, and he does martial arts. He does taekwondo, and it's a nice, smooth, fancy feeling shirt. I love it when we can share our knowledge with other people. And I have so many friends in the martial arts industry. It's a profession that really impacts so many people because it's not just about punching and kicking. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of martial arts schools, that's all they do. And they don't even talk about character development. It's punching and kicking and fighting and all that. And they don't get into the person themselves. So for those people, I hope that they understand that they have a lot more to offer. And today we're talking about frequency. So when you consider frequency, when I looked it up on Google, it said most often measured in hertz. Of course, we know that. It is the number of occurrences of a repeating event per unit of time. Take that part. A repeating event per unit of time. It is also occasionally referred to as the temporal frequency for clarity and to distinguish it from spatial frequency. But today I want to talk to you guys about, guess what? You guessed it, the frequency of our voice. And it's not how often we speak, but it's the weight that frequency carries. And it could be freaky too, if you will. If you change your voice, you have a voice changer, or you different levels of voice. Like you can talk really high or you can talk really low. And sorry about that. When you consider how we interact in this world with the people, the frequency that someone's voice. You ever go into a place and you look at a person and then you imagine that they're going to sound one way and they open their mouth and it blows you away. You're like, holy cannoli. I didn't even know that person spoke like that, whether it's a very high pitch or low pitch. I have a young student. He's about 5 years old. And you look at him, he's skinny, he's little. And you don't expect this voice that comes out of him. But it's not just his voice, it's the way he speaks. For a 5-year-old, the kid's very intelligent. He speaks pretty clear. And here's the thing, his mom is an extremely intelligent person. His dad is also. He's a surgeon, and she is one of the people that started with Google working on the autonomous vehicle. So think about that. Two brilliant people focusing on one person. They are always asking him to consider things, to look at things, to listen. And sometimes he is so fast-paced, he definitely is thinking ahead. For 5 years old, they already want to put him up a grade or two. And his mom said, no, I want him to be able to understand, because sometimes they'll give him math problems and he'll be done. And the class still has half of the time left. Well, he'll be done. Let's say it's an hour and he's done in 20 minutes. And he's just sitting there. And instead of staying there, he starts to fidget and he starts to think about other things. Like he's already playing the piano, he's playing the guitar. So the frequency of our voice, we're all energy, if you think about it, right? We're all energy. And the frequency comes in through our ears and sometimes through our body. We feel it. And the frequency that this child is feeling is his frequency is pretty fast. His brain is really going. But his voice carries very far. And if you consider before the telephone was invented, we can relay a message through telegraph or through someone else, maybe getting on a horse and going to go deliver a message, a letter. But the frequency was not the same. Because if somebody said something with intention and vigor and energy, and then the person who delivered it spoke softly and just generated no excitement, man, the frequency would not be there. Then the telephone came in. So that's why if you think about language, the written words have exclamations, they have question marks. They try to drive the point with commas, periods. There's a reason for that, so that you can get the idea of the message that the writer was trying to portray. But then we went to the telephone. People were yelling on the telephone. People were excited. They were whispering. I remember when I was a teenager, I would get on the phone for hours. If there was a girl I liked and we spoke on the phone, we can be on the phone for 3, 4 hours. I can't recall the last time I spoke to someone on the phone for more than 10 minutes, unless it was a interview type of call. But like a friend call or anything like that, probably 10 minutes is a long, long time. But when I was in love back then, it was so different. We would talk for hours and then we see each other and then we go back on the phones and talk. And then now we got flip phones, right? Flip phones, you had to flip it and that was it. But technology has really advanced where we're now no longer just using a telephone to speak, but the frequency that we are receiving could be the same frequency that millions of people are receiving. It could be from an influencer. It could be anything. I use this. I play chess on my phone, by the way. I love to play chess. So I play chess on my phone. Yes, I do. And I watch chess videos. I watch anything that's gonna make this thing function better. Anything that has a challenge. That's what I like to listen to. So I may watch a YouTube video on a chess game. I may watch a YouTube video on my phone on something I want to learn or a project I want to take on and I want to know how other people did it. So for me, it's always about the challenge and the frequency that we're delivering now with a smartphone is way different than we did back in 1995, if you were alive, or even 2000. We had maybe flip phones by then. I can't recall the year when they really, really came out. But now we're either scrolling, we're looking for dates, we're looking for food, we're looking for Uber. That's a taxi. We're looking for people like, what's a taxi? We're looking for a ride. We're looking to connect with people. We're looking for friendships. We're looking to find out what people are doing, what people are doing across the world. So the frequency definitely has changed, but your voice has frequency. Right now, my voice has frequency that I can reach people across the world. I can talk to you wherever you are. I can whisper. Yeah, I can be loud, I can be excited, I can tell you all the different things that impact my life, that may impact your life. So I'm going to tell you that the frequency of your voice makes a difference. The way you speak to somebody, the way you nurture, you can nurture with your voice, that frequency, you can wrap your voice around someone by the words you use. So for me, it's always about the words. So this is why I'm excited to share with you about speaking prowess, because guess what? Speaking prowess is about communication, the way we communicate, the words we use, the correct time, the tonality, pitch, the speed, how fast do you talk, how slow can you go? If you're excited about something, yes, exactly what you want to say. Make them out a little mumbled. Make it. See, it does not matter, but your excitement comes through, knowing what words you're going to use. Now, the other thing I'm excited about is bank, right? Knowing your code. What is your code? When you combine the speaking language that we use and how do we communicate with another person? How do we communicate so they hear what we want to say? So we can communicate our message correctly. And I got to tell you, speaking prowess is a great way to learn how to communicate. And the bank code system is the best way for you to understand how you need to communicate with that person. Think about it. The frequency of your voice can make your relationships better or worse, can improve your business, or, excuse me, make you go bankrupt or just go out of business. So, don't you think it's important for you to be able to communicate your messages correctly and to the right people in the right manner? So come to speakingprowess.com. This is a platform where we're teaching communication skills in all different angles, all different views, all different ways, whether you want to be on a stage, you want to get on a podcast. We're going to teach how to get on a podcast, the things that we can ask questions on a podcast with intention, how to answer questions, how to deliver your message so that you can sell your product when you're on a show. When I bring somebody on my show, it's about them. So if you come on my show, it's going to be about you. By the way, on Friday, I have a great friend of mine, Spencer Jones. He's coming on the show, and we're going to talk about some great tips he's going to share with us. So I encourage you on Friday, come and hang out with my good friend, Spencer. But anytime when you communicate, who are you communicating to? Are there people in the room that you are not touching, and therefore they all of a sudden you start talking and they go, okay, time to look at my phone. Or you start your message and all of a sudden their heads are nodding and they're leaning in. Or are they sitting back, crossing their arms and almost nodding out? It's important that we know how to communicate with our audience, and whether it's an audience of one or an audience of many, we still need to be able to communicate properly. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly, truly appreciate you being here with me. And I got to ask you a favor. I got to ask you, I got to tell you, good afternoon. Thank you, Thuto, for joining me. Yes, true. Speaking is very important, but it's the words we use, my friend, that will make a difference. So it means the world to me. Thank you, Thuto, for coming on. And I hope I'm saying your name correctly. If not, you'll let me know. And it means the world to me if you like the show, if you come join me, come share some tips with me. I love listening. I love learning. Learning is part of communication. So, what are you learning today? Thank you so much for being here with me. I truly, truly appreciate you. Have yourself an exceptional day, and I see you tomorrow. It's Meditation Thursdays. Thank you, my friend. Have a great